Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Ever since state of emergency was declared in Rivers State, Fubara has been relatively silent over a lot of things that is going on in Rivers State. Apparently, people have decided to take the fight straight to Ibas Ette, insisting that the right thing must be done. But from all of this drama that is playing out, the CJN is almost at the center of this whole drama. Of course, she has literally called out to all parties to a halt. Don't forget that this whole drama all started with Supreme Court verdict. And from the Supreme Court verdict, on that verdict, the president now had to make his own verdict about the issue of state of emergency. Of course, the PDP Governors Forum have dragged this matter to Supreme Court to find out rulings on if it is legally right or constitutionally correct for the sitting president to suspend another sitting governor on this matter. But let us find out what is going on in Rivers State as the drama just began. Before we go into the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, the chairman of the 8 branches of the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) in Rivers State have issued a strongly worded press statement condemning a query dated sometime in April 25, 2025, issued by the Rivers State Sole Administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibas through the Solicitor General of the Rivers State Ministry of Justice, targeting Mrs. Cordelia U. Eke, chairman of the NBA Port Harcourt branch. The NBA leaders described the query as an attempt to suppress free speech and intimidate lawyers from upholding the rule of law, demanding its immediate withdrawal. The query, titled "Query for Serious Misconduct," accused Eke of co-authoring a communique that criticized the sole administrator for severe and brazen act of lawlessness and impunity, and the unconstitutional dismantling of democratic institutions and attack on peaceful protesters. And the Solicitor General cited Public Service Rules number 100421 sub B, sub C, and sub D, claiming that Eke's actions were unbecoming of a civil servant and a flagrant disregard of regulations. And the query demanded a written response within 48 hours, threatening full disciplinary actions, including dismissal. Eke, a director in the Rivers State Ministry of Justice and the first female chairman of the NBA Port Harcourt branch, has reportedly submitted a response to the query in compliance with Public Service Rules 100302 to 100306. In their joint statement, the NBA Rivers chairman clarified that the communique in question, issued on April 9, 2025, was a collective resolution of the 8 NBA branches in Rivers State, reflecting the concern raised during branch meetings. Now, the statement criticized the sole administrator's action under the state of emergency, which was intended to maintain law and order, but has instead been marked by alleged breaches of democratic norms. And the chairman emphasized that Eke did not act in her personal capacity as a civil servant, but as a chairman of the NBA Port Harcourt branch, alongside her counterparts from Ohada, Isiokpo, Degema, Bori, Okehi, Okrika, and Omoko branches. They aligned their position with that of the NBA National President Mazi Afam Osigwe, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN, who in March 18, 2025, press release also criticized the sole administrator's actions. And the NBA chairman described the query as unfortunate and a deliberate attempt to intimidate Eke and other lawyers in Rivers State from speaking out against executive rascality and impunity. They argued that the sole administrator's actions, including the dismantling of democratic institutions, contradict his mandate to foster peace and stability in the state. The query is nothing but a ploy to intimidate our brother chairman into discontinuing her functions and duties as chairman of NBA Port Harcourt branch. The statement read, and I quote, "It is an attempt to silence lawyers and the good people of Rivers State from standing up against actions capable of causing a breach of peace. The NBA leaders reaffirmed their commitment to promoting the rule of law, stating, as the watchdog of the society, it is our duty to speak truth to authority on behalf of lawyers and the general public, and we cannot be intimidated to shy away from this sacred responsibility. The chairman unequivocally condemned the query and demanded its immediate withdrawal. They vowed to continue opposing any act of intimidation, harassment, persecution, or otherwise by the sole administrator or his agent against NBA leaders, lawyers, or the public in Rivers State. The statement was signed by the chairman of the 8 NBA branches in Rivers State, Hilda Desmond Ihiakare, PhD, Ohada, Simple I Idioha, Esquire, Isiokbo, Abiye A. Abo, Esquire, Degema, Dr. N.A. Dawson, Bori, Dr. Celestine N. Wankwo, Okehi, Tamonoseki A. Robert, Esquire, Okrika, Ekeledina Chukwu, Ode, Esquire, Omogo, and Mrs. Cordelia U. Eke, Port Harcourt. Now, the query against Eke has raised concerns about the shrinking space for free expression and professional advocacy in Rivers State, particularly under the sole administrator's tenure. Of course, a lot of Nigerians are wondering what's going on. Fubara for a while now it's been a case of him being so very quiet, and of course there have been this alleged allegation made against him that he had Nicodemously visited Nyesom Wike during the time he had that brief moment he had with the president in France. And a lot of persons were really showcasing their disappointment and disapproval that if old women could, move the streets of Rivers State, standing and insisting that the right thing be done, that Fubara should be reinstated and their governor that they elected should also be brought back. There shouldn't be any reason why Fubara should be going behind to say hello to Wiki for whatever reasons. He is within his constitutional right. He was the elected governor, and PDP Governors Forum are doing all they can. Really, they fast-track the case file to Supreme Court to find out what the Supreme Court says about interpreting the law concerning the issue of constitutionality of the president suspending a sitting governor, even though he was never appointed. He was elected just like the president was. And all of that was to ensure that the right thing is done. Now the lawyers are also not folding their arms. They're insisting that no matter what has happened with the executive rascality, they are also the watchdog. If for any reason they cower away or shy away from the responsibility as being the watchdog, then the society will go bananas. Anyone who have the strongest mind will take over the constitution and laws of the country, and that's why they're standing firm. Yes, they're trying to use the position of Cordelia Eke being also a civil servant. Okay, they want to use that part of her standpoint to cover her into tendering an apology. But as an NBA chairman, Port Harcourt branch, Rivers branch, the lawyers therein are not telling her to stand as an NBA chairman, Rivers branch, and not as a public servant. Whichever way, she has made her points known. But let's see how it plays out. Yes, she has responded. How Sole Administrator Ette will react to it. It's time that will tell. We'll keep you informed as more information on that comes out. That's going to wrap